Got a question here on lockergnome.net, sponsored by go.tagjag.com/ebags. You can save 20% on your entire order by using the coupon code PIRILLO when you check out. The question was posed by Michael. What web browser do you prefer? Now, this is a question I get asked, I swear, every other day. And normally, the answer stays the same for a long period of time. And I've talked about what web browsers I've enjoyed in the past. But the reason why I'm answering this particular question right now, not only because it seems to be one of the hottest threads on lockergnome.net, but because I think I'm on the cusp of switching browsers. Now, understand, Matt Gurley just pointed out, using Safari 5, Apple just released Safari 5. I am a Safari user. I have since I started using macOS 10 as a primary desktop operating system, switching away from Windows, using Maxthon as my primary browser, which is really nothing more than a power user overlay on top of Internet Explorer. So, yeah, I've been using Safari for a while. WebKit, very, very fast. I wouldn't be surprised if you're using a WebKit browser. In fact, that's what I'm considering switching to. Another WebKit browser, Google Chrome. Or, to be a little more specific, the browser upon which Google Chrome is based, Chromium. Chromium. That's not how it's spelled, but Chromium, like the element. Anyway, it's a very powerful browser, and it's only getting better. It's fast. Now there are plenty of extensions that are available, and Safari just released the ability for developers to create their own extensions for that web browser. So it's not that I really am in love with the idea of extensions. I don't really use a lot of extensions. I mean, being a Safari user, to this point, I really haven't had the need. I never really liked Firefox. Never switched to it. Never became a regular user. The reason why is because I always thought Firefox was slow. Some would disagree. Some would think it's great. I never liked it. So, never was a Firefox user, and quite honestly, I think Google Chrome is going to eat away at Firefox's proliferation, if it hasn't already been happening. Safari is fast. Nothing weighs it down. Safari 5 is faster, and it's now available for macOS 10 and Windows. In fact, it's hardware accelerated on Windows, so it may be important to you if you happen to use Windows as your OS. But Google Chrome, or specifically Chromium, just seems to be faster in me trying the things that I normally do online. And, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about making a switch. And I've been using Safari, rock solid, for 2 or 3 years now. So it says that when you make a switch to a different browser, that's a big deal. At least I think it's a big deal. You kind of got to change things. But since it is based on WebKit, and it is fast, and it's bleeding edge, and Google continuously releases new versions, this is the reason why I'm interested in Chromium. There's actually a utility on macOS 10 called Chromium Updater, which will automatically download the latest nightly build of Chromium. There's also WebKit, which is the browser that Safari is closer to. You can download the latest WebKit build, the nightly build, automatically if you at least use macOS 10. It's also available on Windows and Linux, I believe, since the foundation of it was I believe it was KHTML, if I'm not mistaken. And please, someone feel free to correct me. Back when the WebKit project really started and Safari was born. You do not have to compile Chromium. The binary is downloadable. At least with the Chromium Updater, I get the latest nightly build, and I'm on the bleeding edge. So right now I'm using 6.0 on Chromium, whereas Google Chrome users are still on 5.0. They haven't even released an official beta. So living on the bleeding edge is something that I think I'm interested in. Again, I think I'm going back in making it a switch. I've not used Google Chrome before, but Chromium, I think, is going to be, for me, fast. But you could ask me a year from now, and who knows what the answer is going to be. It's going to change, possibly. But I'm thinking of Chromium. I'd like to see a few more interesting extensions, though. I mean, some of the ones, they're just coded crappily, quite honestly. Things that don't really work that well. Some things that I don't like about it. And I have to get used to the way that Google handles things. But, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Either way, be interested in your feedback on this. Everybody's got a different choice. Everybody. And there's really no wrong answer to this question. But what are the themes like? I have no idea. I don't really use browser themes. I'm a bare bones kind of guy, honestly. If I install an extension, it's got to be like invisible background. I don't want to see anything popping in my face. I hate toolbars. So, there you go. The answer to the question is currently Safari 5, but right on the cusp of Chromium. Founded WebKit, right at the foundation. Love it. Fast. Speed. My email address, chris@perillo.com. LockerGnome.net, where you can ask your own questions. And of course, at the beginning of the video, I moved the mouse and the screen illuminated. Not that you can see this, but I basically got a glass of wine behind the screen of LockerGnome.net. The wine is decoration, purely. I was just drinking LockerGnome.net. At the beginning of the video, I told you about a way to save money. You can save even more money at coupons.lockergnome.com. At Chris Perillo on Twitter, or Facebook.com/Chris Perillo. YouTube.com/Chris Perillo. Let's see here. Help.lockergnome.com, geeks.perillo.com, chris.perillo.com. Oh! We also have this chat room, part of the live video feed, going out over the web. Typically talking tech, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right here at live.perillo.com. We'll see you later.